is Shayla Poston. Shayla is the daughter of Jason and Christina Poston of Alpine. Shayla is being escorted by freshman football player Brody Miller. Brody is the son of Jimmy and Kara Miller of Rickman.
Thank you. Come up here and see you. You were here. Trying to get more D's. Well, you shouldn't have any trouble reading the name because they got all those players.
Your sophomore attendant is Alexis Smith. Alexis is the daughter of Eric and Melissa Bates of Rickman. Alexis is being escorted by senior football player Daniel Dobry. Daniel is the son of Tony and Regina Dobry of Livingston.
Fire the start.
Your junior attendant is Mally Carlisle. Mally is the daughter of Lyndon and Bridget Carlisle of Livingston. Mally is being escorted by junior football player Jake Hughes. Jake is the son of Patrick and Nicole Thomas of Livingston. Your senior attendant is Matea Davis. Matea is the daughter of Brian and Brandy Davis of Gilham. Matea is being escorted by senior football player Matthew Dial. Matthew is the son of Jonathan Dial and Brandy and stepfather Stacy Smith of Allison. Your 2023 football homecoming queen. Your 2023 football queen is Hallie Mosley. Hallie is the daughter of Steve and Lori Mosley of Rickman. Hallie is being escorted by senior football players Brody Coffey and Will Brown. Brody is the son of Kevin and Angela Coffey of Hillham, and Will is the son of Jason and Connie Brown of Livingston. Presenting your 2023 football queen, her crown and flowers for your 2023 Tiny Talk King and Queen. Tiny Talk Queen is Miss China Rogers. China is the daughter of Chris and Brittany Rogers of Livingston. Tiny Talk King is Mr. Miles Carson. Miles is the son of Jacob and Tara Parsons of Brickman. Ladies and gentlemen, we present you your 2023 football queen and her court. Your freshman homecoming attendant is Jenna Alverson. Jenna is the daughter of Andy and Mickey Alverson of Livingston. Jenna is being escorted by sophomore football player Preston Greenwood. Preston is the son of Jamie and Sarah Greenwood of Livingston. Your sophomore homecoming attendant is Addison Marley. Addison is the daughter of Nathan and Andy Reagan of Livingston. Addison is being escorted by freshman football player Green Puckett. Green is the son of LG and Erica Puckett of Livingston.
I don't think people are fully committed.
Your junior homecoming attendant is Haven Masters. Haven is the daughter of Brandon and Natalie Masters of Brickman. Haven is being escorted by sophomore football player Brody Walker. Brody is the son of Scotty and Tara Walker of Allen. Your senior homecoming attendant is Kinley Webb. Kinley is the daughter of Barry and Mary Lee Webb of Monroe. Kinley is being escorted by senior football player Brody Coffey. Brody is the son of Kevin and Angie Coffey of Hilltown.
It'd be nice if that one actually had all four.
Now presenting your 2023 Homecoming Queen
Yeah, it
nominee.
would be real nice if that had all four.
Representing band is Carson Overton. Carson is the daughter of Melissa Arnold and Asa Atkins of Livingston. Carson is being escorted by senior football player Elijah Robinson. Elijah is the son of Clinton and Denise Robinson of Livingston. Representing baseball is Sydney Moffitt. Sydney is the daughter of Julian Moffitt and the late Sean Moffitt of Livingston. Sydney is being escorted by senior football player Carson Perry. Carson is the son of Brian and Michelle Perry of Livingston. Representing boys basketball is Kelty Nard. Kelty is the daughter of Corey and Kelly Nard of Rickman. Kelty is being escorted by senior football player Dylan Watson. Dylan is the son of Scott and Renee Watson of Rickman. Representing girls basketball is Lainey Cookmore. Lainey is the daughter of Matthew and Phyllis Cookmore of Rickman. Lainey is being escorted by junior football player Dawson Ledbetter. Dawson is the son of David and Lisa Ledbetter of Rickman. Representing cheer is Samantha Williams. Samantha is the daughter of Mike and Tammy Williams of Livingston. Samantha is being escorted by junior football player Evan Gentry. Evan is the son of Zach and Amber Gentry of Gibson. Representing the Veda Club is Crimson Hall. Crimson is the daughter of Michael Hall of Allen and Heather Maxwell of Overton. Crimson is being escorted by senior football player Seth Smith. Seth is the son of John and Wendy Smith of Livingston. Representing cross country, Islet Appreciation. Islet is the daughter of Carlos and Kathy Gill of Livingston. Islet is being escorted by sophomore football player Landon Shaw. Landon is the son of Zach and Jennifer Shaw of Richmond. Representing Dez is Emily Hill. Emily is the daughter of Landon and Nancy Gill of Monroe. Emily is being escorted by senior football player John Gill. John is the son of Danny and Nancy Gill of Monroe. Representing FBLA is Caitlin Ruddle. Caitlin is the daughter of Philip and Amy Ruddle of Allen. Caitlin is being escorted by senior football player Jason Woman. Jason is the son of Jennifer Dishman of Livingston and Kevin Dishman of Livingston. Representing FCCLA is Megan Estelle. Megan is the daughter of Mark Keane and Misty Garrett of Livingston. Megan is being escorted by senior football player Trent Sadler. Trent is the son of David and Melody Sadler of Livingston. Representing FFA is Carly Nard. Carly is the daughter of Jared and Melissa Nard of Monroe. Carly is being escorted by freshman football player Brody Miller. Brody is the son of Jimmy and Kara Miller of Richmond. Representing fishing is Ellie Walker. Ellie is the daughter of Mark and Becky Walker of Livingston. Ellie is being escorted by senior football player Trey Coleman. Trey is the son of Whitney Coleman of Livingston and Rachel Reagan of Newman. Representing 4-H is Brooke Hammock. Brooke is the daughter of Terry and Melissa Hammock of Richmond. Brooke is being escorted by senior football player Gage Hoffman. Gage is the son of Mike Hoffman of Gilman and Cherish Hoffman of Monroe. Representing Hoxa is Eliza Hammock. Eliza is the daughter of Chris and Emily Hammock of Gilman. Eliza is being escorted by sophomore football player Adrian Jenkins. Adrian is the son of Albert and Rebecca Jenkins of Livingston. National Honor Society is Abby Ledbetter. Abby is the daughter of Waylon and Anita Ledbetter of Livingston. Abby is being escorted by junior football player Jake Hughes. Jake is the son of Patrick Hughes and Nicole Thomas of Livingston. Representing Roe Kappa is Maggie Jackson. Maggie is the daughter of David and Jenny Jackson of Richmond. Maggie is being escorted by junior football player Deacon Allred. Deacon is the son of Marvin and Amy Allred of Livingston. Representing Stockford is Clark Officer. Clark is the daughter of Julie Officer of Rickman. Clark is being escorted by senior football player Will Brown. Will is the son of Jason and Connie Brown of Livingston. Representing softball is Sabrina Garrett. Sabrina is the daughter of Jamie and Christy Garrett of Livingston. Sabrina is being escorted by senior football player Dylan. Dylan is the son of Darren and Andrew of Richmond. Representing student government is Nora Snyder. Nora is the daughter of William Snyder of Pennsylvania and Catherine Snyder of Ohio. Nora is being escorted by senior football player Jordan Ficklin. Jordan is the son of Eric Ficklin of Colorado and Erica Ficklin of Wisconsin. Representing tennis is Scarlett Hicks. Scarlett is the daughter of Chris Hicks of Livingston and Amy Hicks of Cookville. Scarlett is being escorted by senior football player Colin Weiss. Colin is the son of Kurt and Honor Weiss of Rickman. Representing track is Carly Crowe. Carly is the daughter of Lindsay Everett and stepson of Greg Everett of Livingston and Stephen Crowe of Lebanon. Carly is being escorted by senior football player Nathan Harvey. Nathan is the son of Tim and Diane Coffey of Livingston. Representing 28 Health Club is Addison Humphrey. Addison is the daughter of Eric and Chelsea Hosen of Rickman. Addison is being escorted by senior football player Braden Story. Braden is the son of Jonathan and Diana Story of Livingston. Representing volleyball is Laney Dishman. Laney is the daughter of Kevin Dishman and Tabitha Robbins of Livingston. Laney is being escorted by sophomore football player Rocco Carlisle. Rocco is the son of late Jacob Carlisle and Myra Crowder. Representing yearbook is Isabella Robertson. Patel is being escorted by senior football player Susan Patel. Susan is the son of Usha and Suresh Patel of Livingston. Representing Yolan is Ella Tripp. Ella is the daughter of Tony and Melissa Tripp of Newtown. Ella is being escorted by junior football player Avery Huddleston. Avery is the son of Katrina Huddleston and Marshall Huddleston of Livingston. Representing Russell is Parker Billings. Parker is the daughter of Chris and Michelle Billings of Livingston. Parker is being escorted by senior football player John Giles. John is the son of Scott and Sheila Giles of Livingston.
That number 80 down there. There's not even number 80 on any of those sheets. It says Huddleston.
Is it 80 or is it 30? No, that's not true.
You know what I mean?
That's weird.
There's not one.
Maybe he's new. Maybe he's new to the team. Maybe he's new to the team. Official roster. We've had a couple of kids come in late in the season.
The 2023 homecoming queen is Lane Dishman. Presenting the crown and flowers to our homecoming queen is senior football player Adam Richards. Adam is the son of Brian Richards of Tullahoma and Deborah Langford of Richmond. Ladies and gentlemen, we present your 2023 homecoming queen and her board. Julie Miller Rose. And now, the announcement of the Homecoming Club winner. In fourth place, the juniors. In third place, the seniors.
Hello, friends. Josh Ford with Puckett's Furniture since 1954. As you know, Puckett's has been in continuous operation for over 68 years, selling high-end quality brands to thousands of families throughout Middle Tennessee. Did you know we have a low price guarantee? If within 30 days of your purchase,
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Contact local agent Phil Marshall for your personal price plan today.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The BEST Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Band performing the national anthem here tonight before we get ready for our homecoming matchup between Livingston Academy and Pickett County on this beautiful night for football here in the Upper Cumberland area. Craig Cantrell along with Stephen Barlow join me tonight. Stephen, thank you for coming by and helping us out tonight.
Yes, be glad to do it here with you, Craig. Football is in the air. Can you feel it? That cold, crisp makes you just want to think of football.
Been perfect the last couple of weeks for football. Sometimes you get lucky and get that way, and we've had years where it's been this late, still been 90 degrees, it seems like, but now a perfect night. And homecoming tonight, the Livingston Academy Wildcats last week up in Jenkins, Kentucky, broke a 24-game losing streak, try to win their second consecutive game here tonight against a Pickett County team coming down from Byrdstown. Livingston would be favored, but you can't ever look past anybody.
No, You sure can't. And it has been so hot that the stingers and on the players and stuff. Hopefully that'll be tamed down with this colder weather as well.
Livingston Academy at 1-3 on the season as they get ready to host Pickett County. Great homecoming festivities today. Good crowd out again tonight. As we'll take a moment before we get started here to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. The Muscle Factory, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, E.B. Gray Jewelry and Gifts, Willow Grove Marina, Lucky Red Stables, Wascon Incorporated, Maynard Auto Sales, R&M Family Pharmacy, Farmers Insurance Rick Savage, Overton County News, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Livingston Family Healthcare, Livingston Dairy Queen, Bullseye Security, Livingston Regional Hospital, First Church of Livingston, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Jerry's IGA, Highway Tire, Puckett's Furniture, Milton Rains and Family, People's Bank and Trust Company, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Farm Bureau Insurance, Highway 111 Deli, Livingston Dance Studio, Smith's Septic Service, compliments of a Wildcat fan, 1806 Barbecue, Puckett's Family Dentistry, and the Livingston Rental Center, our sponsors here on Overton Events, is the captain's meeting at the center of the field, getting ready to here tonight, as Livingston Academy going to be dressed in the all blue tonight for the Wildcats. Pickett County dressed in the white jerseys, the black numbers, the gold trim, the black football pants, the black helmets. Been a long time since these two have played. The last time back, early 70s, Livingston won that one 82-0. That's the biggest margin of victory in the history of Livingston Academy football. That's the biggest win they've ever had. They did score 85 one night against Gordonsville, but the 82 points is the biggest margin of victory. So that's been a long time since then, and Livingston trying to keep that going here tonight.
I'm glad that Pickett County's football team is getting built back. They look pretty good and strong out there as they won the coin toss and deferred to the second half. So Livingston Academy have taken the ball at the opening kickoff, Craig. I can't wait to get this thing started. I know them boys are they're pumped and ready to go. This week, being homecoming week, they've been cheering for this and waiting for this all week long.
Yeah, it's been a great week for them. The homecoming parade this afternoon, you saw that live on our Overton Events YouTube page. If you haven't seen it live, go back and check it out there on our YouTube page. We were happy to get out and bring that to you, and had the homecoming festivities before the game. Now Livingston Academy to go on offense, and they put up 41 points last week. First time they scored 41 points in a pretty good while. Even had the center for Livingston Academy, Nathan Hargis, scored on a 15-yard touchdown run. When you're able to let the big guys have some fun, you're really having fun playing the game.
That's right. Being a lineman all my life, catching an interception and running in for a touchdown is a dream for every lineman.
Livingston Academy making their way onto the field tonight for the first time. As we said, dressed in the all blue, the white football helmets on a blue out here tonight at Livingston Academy as they take the field under head coach Matt Hauser. Coach Hauser getting his first win as the head coach at Livingston Academy last week, looking to go back-to-back weeks here, coming back home to Livingston Academy. Their third game in 8 days. If that has anything to do with anything, it could be a test just getting past that, playing that many games in that many days. So Livingston on offense to kick off for Pickett County will be number 3. That is... we don't have a 3 on the roster given to us, so right off the bat, it's not working out. So not sure who that is, but there's not a 3 listed. Goes 1, 2, and 4. And the coach just sent me that at 6:30 tonight, so I would think that it would be updated, but there's no 3 on the roster, so I don't know who that is. But Livingston Academy going to get the return team out there here to get this one started. It'll be Daniel Bilbrey dropping deep. We know it could be Caden Watzel. It could be Carson Parrott. It's going to be Watzel dropping deep for Livingston Academy. He wears number 12. Bilbrey wears number 8. And the speed of Daniel Bilbrey, if he can get his hands on one right here, he could be very dangerous on this first kick of the night. Pickett County has it teed up. Perfect night for football. Low 70s, no wind. Beautiful night. Kick goes far side to Watzel at the 23, to the 25, to the 30, to the 35. Bounces outside, but he's going to be wrapped up. The ball comes loose. It's on the ground, and Pickett County may have recovered, and they did. Pickett County going to get the turnover. Falling on it is number 23. That is Caden Thomas with the recovery. An opening turnover by the Wildcats will give the football to Pickett County deep in the Livingston end as the Bobcats will take it over. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line of Livingston. And on the road, as a road team, that's what you want, to be able to force a turnover early, and Pickett County able to do so and get possession here to start the game. Quarterback for the Bobcats is number 16. That's Caden Miller for Pickett County. He's got a couple of running backs behind him in the straight eye. Miller will hand off to the fullback straight up the middle on a short gain. Pickup of 3 or 4 on the carry is number 19. That is John Griffin on his first carry of the night as he'll pick up 3. Seth Smith in there to make the stop for Livingston Academy. It'll be a 2nd down and 7, called a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 for Pickett County now.
I like that old school I formation that they run through the 22 dive right straight up the middle. First play, like seeing that kind of football coming right up the gut.
Now you don't see that too much anymore with the straight eye. Tailback for Pickett County is number 23, Caden Thomas, as he lines up behind John Griffin.
Got the toss out to the side.
Pitch will go to Thomas. Thomas off the right side, going to take it across the 35 down to the 32-yard line. Short gain on the play there. Pickup of about 4 for Thomas, and they'll set up a 3rd down and 4.
Tackled by Richards.
3rd and 4 for the Bobcats. Adam Richards on the stop there for Livingston Academy. As Pickett County getting the turnover, they're in 4-down territory right here, you know. On the road, on homecoming for Livingston Academy. Bobcats going to send a wide receiver to each side. They'll come back out in that straight eye as Thomas deep in the eye. Miller going to hand off to the fullback again. He's going to be stopped short of the first down. Excuse me, it is Thomas on the carry. He'll pick up a yard on the carry. Not much there. It's going to set up a 4th down and 3 now for Pickett County. So possession down here, and the Wildcats with a chance to get the football back after that opening turnover on the kickoff.
Looks like they're going to go for it here, Craig.
Yeah, 4th down deep in the Livingston end on the road. Heavy underdog. You got to go for it here as Griffin will take the snap. Wants to throw. Has pressure. Ball knocked loose. Hoffman knocks it free. It's going to be
covered back.
Fallen on by Pickett County. Doesn't matter. That's a sack by Gage Hoffman. That's a Livingston Rental Center sack. That gets the possession for the Wildcats as they'll take over at the 43-yard line. Livingston Rental Center on West Main Street in Livingston. Go by there for all your equipment rental needs. See them on West Main Street next door to the Overton County News, as that's Gage Hoffman getting that sack for the Wildcats, and they'll take over 1st and 10. And Gage.
Way we need to do it there, Craig, is lose the ball at the 1st and get it right back. I'd like to see them boys come in there. He dropped back to pass. There wasn't anybody open. He was scrambling, trying to find, and just got blindsided there by Hoffman.
Brody Coffey coming out to lead his team here. 4 wide for the Wildcats on 1st down. Trey Coleman gets the start. They'll bring Hughes in motion. Coffey going to throw deep down the near side. Will Brown, one-handed catch to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Brody Coffey to Will Brown. 57 yards. Used the left hand to hold off the defender. Pulled it in one-handed with the right hand. Scores the 1806 barbecue touchdown. And the Wildcats go one play. 57 yards for the touchdown. 1806 barbecue on the square. Go out and get some great barbecue there at 1806 barbecue on the square here in Livingston. Will Brown scoring that one with 9:34 to play in the first quarter. Extra point is up and good by Dylan Watson, and the Wildcats lead at 7-0. We'll take this break. We'll come back to Livingston Academy right after this. Livingston Academy, one play, 57 yards for the touchdown for the Wildcats, as Brown might have gotten away with a little push there on the offensive end. Wasn't called, so it's not a penalty, and Will Brown, one-handed catch for the Wildcats. That was as pretty of a pass as Brody Coffey has thrown in a long time, and Brown helping him out on the other end. Watson to kick off for the Wildcats. Dillon booms one. That one over the head of the return man into the end zone. And it's going to be a touchback for Pickett County as they'll have possession for the second time, but they'll start at their own 20-yard line.
Tonight, the LA cheerleaders are welcoming back a group of LA alumni cheerleaders from the 1970s up to 2023. They'll be helping with the run out before the game and cheering during the first quarter. Please join us in welcoming.
So Pickett County 1st and 10 at their own 20 as they'll have their second possession of the night, but trailing now 7-0 on this homecoming night 2023. Thomas deep in the eye. Griffin wants to throw. Has pressure. He's going to throw far side. It's caught by the tight end. Pretty good gain on the play by that tight end going out. Jake Hughes making the tackle on the tight end over there, and we don't have an 84 on the roster that made the catch for Pickett County. We're going to go with Jonah Johnson. It's got an 8 down there, but no 4 beside of it, so that's the only one that says it starts with an 8, but that's a 4-yard catch for Johnson. Sets up a 2nd and 6 for Pickett County as Jake Hughes over to make the stop for the Wildcats. Pitch will go back to Thomas. Cuts it back in the middle, and Thomas going to be tackled on a good open field tackle by Seth Smith. He's about 2 yards shy of the first down as he'll pick up 4 on 2nd down and 6 to set up a 3rd and 2.
You got one slow getting up here, Craig. Let's see the number on that player.
Looks like 51 there for the Wildcats. As
51, that's Dow.
Matt Dow
Matt Dow.
down for Livingston. Didn't see what happened to him, but he is down out there on the field as the training staff for Livingston out there working with him. Looking at that ankle or knee, maybe, as they check on Dow. Both teams going to the side of the field. As Dow out there. Third down and 2 for Pickett County when we come back as they work on the left leg of Dial. He's got that knee brace on. They're taking that off out there on the field. Not sure what the injury is, but it could be something to that knee or the lower leg. As you can see, it looks like he's in some pain down there. Wildcats leading 7-0 on this Blue Out on Friday night here at Livingston Academy. The Overton County Outlaws will be at home tomorrow afternoon. Join us for that coverage as they play their final regular season home game. They'll begin with the Pee Wee game at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. The JV game begins at 5:30. The senior game begins at 7 tomorrow night, as we'll have coverage of that one. It's a Blue Out for the Outlaws tomorrow, so if you are planning on coming out to that game, those games tomorrow, are all blue for that game as they try to close out the season against Fentress County. They helped Dial to his feet, and he is standing under his own power, so that's a pretty good sign. Not putting any weight on that left leg, though, as they're going to have to assist him from the field. So Dial's been playing well defensively for Livingston Academy. They will miss him if he can't return quickly for the Wildcats. They're without John Geist tonight. He didn't dress. Not sure the situation with Geist, but he's not dressed tonight. So that's a couple of those linemen that won't be out there for at least the rest of this series for Livingston Academy. It's 3rd and 2 facing Pickett County. Bobcats ready to run the play now on a 3rd and a short 2 for Pickett County.
They got the 5 front. They're expecting to run.
Hoffman standing defensive end on this near side. He is very dangerous. Handoff to the fullback Griffin and nowhere to go. Adam Richards and Gage Hoffman just pushing him back, and Griffin going to lose a yard on the carry as Gage, when you see him play a little bit more, number 5, he has a nose for the football, and he was right there on that blitz coming from that defensive end spot.
No gain on the play.
Coming in to replace Dial defensively for Livingston is number 66. That is Kanan Williamson for the Wildcats as Pickett County to punt, but before they do, penalty markers thrown. And it's a legal substitution against Pickett County, so that'll back them up 5 yards and set up a 4th down and 7. Now for the Bobcats. They got a player in late. Had 12 men on the field. So it'll back it up to the 23-yard line. Again, that number 3 out there is going to punt. And we apologize, we don't have a number 3 on the roster. Livingston punt returners wait at the 50-yard line. Punt is away, pretty good punt. Parrott will let it hit, takes a big Pickett County roll inside Livingston territory all the way down to the 40-yard line. So a good roll on that one, as that's a 37-yard punt, according to the PA announcer Mike Johnson. And it's 1st and 10 Livingston from their own 40-yard line.
Be interesting here, Craig, to see what the next play is going to be. Is he going to deep bomb again, see if they can score on the first play? I think it'll be a little harder this time. I think they'll be expecting it.
Livingston breaking the huddle as they'll come out. It is Daniel Bilbrey and Jake Hughes going wide to the left. Carson Parrott, Will Brown coming wide to the right. Trey Coleman and Brody Coffey in the backfield. Nathan Hargis is the center. We'll get the rest of the linemen after this as Hughes goes in motion. They'll hand it to him on the jet sweep. He's got the edge here at the midfield stripe. Cuts it back inside to the 45. Jake trying to find room. Will take it across the 40 down to the 39-yard line. 21 yards on the jet sweep for Jake Hughes to pick up the Puckett's first down of the night and move the football inside Pickett County territory down to the 38-yard line, they say. So a 22-yard gain, and Pickett County going to take a timeout. As on the offensive line for Livingston, the left guard, or the left tackle, is number 54. That is Jordan Ficklin. The left guard, number 59, Colin Watzel. The right tackle is number 72, Dawson Ledbetter. And the right guard for Livingston, as I'm trying to find him in that huddle there, is Pickett County taking the early timeout, as they'll call it, with 7.5 to play in the first quarter. They have it 1st and 10 at the Bobcat 38-yard line. Wildcats leading 7-0. First and 10, Livingston.
Craig, if you notice down here on the sidelines, they've got the cheerleaders from 1970 all the way up to 2023.
Pretty cool bringing some of those alumni back on Homecoming 2023. The right guard is now 59 for Livingston. They have moved Colin Watzel over there. The left guard, number 65, Jamie Mansell, for Livingston Academy. Parrott, the man in motion. Penalty marker down. Coffey runs through one tackle in the backfield. He'll throw far side to Parrott. Carson breaks the tackle at the 30, down to the 20, and down to the 15-yard line, but it's coming back on a hold against Livingston. Well, it's an illegal shift against the Wildcats before the play started, so it'll back them up 5 yards and set up a 1st and 15. First and 15 for Livingston Academy as they'll be backed up behind the 40-yard line now to the 43.
That was a good pass there over to Carson for a good gain.
Penalty moves them behind the chains. They actually step off 6 yards on that penalty from the 38 back to the 44, so call it a first and 16 here for the Wildcats. Coleman moving to the right of Coffee. Coffee will take the snap, has time, throws on the little slant pattern, complete to Jake Hughes. Ball stripped away. Was the ball down there throwing the beanbag? That's going to be a turnover.
Got one saying incomplete over there.
Oh, they're saying incomplete. So it's incomplete. Why do you throw the beanbag? That's to signify a turnover. Break for Livingston, though. Bad break for Pickett County as the Bobcats were close to their second turnover forced tonight. But it's second and 15 now for Livingston.
2 on each side. Expecting the pass here.
Coffee takes the snap. Blitz coming up the middle. Livingston picks it up. Coffee, there's nobody open downfield. Brody buying time. Coming back to help him out. It's going to be Parrott, and he'll make the catch at the 30-yard line. Gain of 14 on the play from Coffee to Carson Parrott as he'll pick up 14, but he'll be a couple of yards shy of the first down. And it'll be 3rd down and 2 now for the Livingston offense. Two downs to pick this up if they don't get it on 3rd down. Coffee moves to the left of, Coleman moves to the left of Coffee. Coffee hands off Coleman. Big hole up the middle. Trey to the 25. And going to be wrapped up at the 23-yard line. Going to be a gain of 7 on the first carry of the night for Trey Coleman. And a Puckett's Furniture first down. Puckett's Furniture on West Main Street. Go by there for all your furniture, appliances, and bedding needs. Puckett's Furniture on West Main Street, that first down at the 23-yard line of Pickett County. First and 10 Wildcats as we're halfway through this first quarter with Livingston leading by a score of 7-0. Coffee moves Coleman to his right side. Brody takes the snap. He fakes the handoff to Coleman. Coffee still has it at the 20, to the 15, bounces outside to the 10 and tripped up at the 10-yard line where he's going to be brought down after a gain of 13 on the play for Brody Coffee and a Puckett's Furniture first down, their 3rd first down of the night as Coffee picks up 13 on his first carry and moves them into the Smith Septic red zone. Before you have trouble with your septic system, contact Smith Septic at 265-3575 for all your septic needs. Call them before things go bad for you there. 1st and 10 for Livingston at the 11-yard line. They'll say he went down. Coffee hands off Coleman. Trey inside the 10 uses a hand to keep his balance, but a short gain there. Pretty good open field tackle right there by Pickett County's number 58. That is Colson West on the stop, and Trey will pick up 4 on first down for Livingston. Call it a 3-yard gain. It is 2nd and goal. I thought he was at the 10, but they kept the down markers up over there, so I thought maybe he could an inch or 2 short of the 10-yard line, but it is 2nd and goal now for Livingston. I'll say the 7-yard line. Coffee takes the snap. He'll hand off Coleman. Coleman to the edge and whistle stop play. Will be offsides against Pickett County. I don't think you stopped play on that.
I didn't think you stopped play on that either. I thought you let the play go and you was able to deny the.
Yeah, the offense has the chance to accept it or deny it. But they blew the whistle over on that far side. Tell you what, we were talking about it. They kind of made a little eye contact. The catch by Carson Barrett on the second one, he came out of bounds to catch that. They've had a rough night early, these officials have.
Yes. It looked like it almost hit the ground right before he caught it right there on the 30-yard line.
Half the distance to the goal. It's 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line for Livingston. And penalties stop play again.
It's on the offense this time.
Now it's
No, it's on the
offsides.
defense.
Offsides against Pickett County again.
You know, a couple weeks, Craig, we was watching the game. It looked like we turned into flag football. I hope this is what it don't turn into tonight.
Yeah, you did. They say the best officials are the ones that you never know are there.
Yeah. Let them play.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. Clock runs with 4:20 to play in the first quarter. As they'll line it up here. Coffee moves Coleman to his left. Pickett County jumping around on defense. Coffee going to keep it straight up the middle. He's got a big hole, and he's got an 18:06 barbecue touchdown on that 3-yard run for Brody Coffee as he takes it to the end zone for his first score of the night, and Livingston goes in front 13-0. 18:06 barbecue on the square in Livingston. They've got pulled pork, shredded pork, chicken, all the fixings to go with it. Go try out 18:06 barbecue on the square in Livingston. So Brody Coffee with the first rushing touchdown of the night with exactly 4 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Pickett County came in there, Craig, and almost got that at number 23 on the Pickett County side. Caden Thomas came in there just a hair late. He just got it off.
But the extra point is good by Dylan Watson, and the Wildcats lead it 14-0 here in this first half, kind of coming out like they hoped that they would be able to do here against Pickett County, as they have scored on both possessions here tonight. Has Livingston Academy the first play, the first drive, a one-play drive for 57 yards. The second one took a little longer, had to work a little harder, but they're able to punch it in to go up 14-0, and Livingston will get Dylan Watson out to kick off now for the Wildcats.
Looks like their passing game's getting a little bit better, Craig, as they go on. The running game's getting stronger. Looks like this football program's really turning around from what it has been. But I think Matt and Hauser's doing a pretty good job. I see a lot of coaches down there that supports him. Got Mark Hauser back on the sidelines here as assistant coach for his son, Matt. Glad to see that on there. Mark was one of my football coaches back a long time ago, Craig.
Mark's done a good job with starting the Outlaws program. He's a great player on that team in the 70s that went 10-1. As Watson to kick this one away, booms it again, fielded at the 2-yard line, up to the 5, to the 10, to the 15, trying to bounce it outside but can't do so as Seth Smith going to wrap up Caden Thomas after the turn up to the 17-yard line. And Smith and Thomas, they've kind of gotten to know each other so far tonight, as Seth has been there everywhere he's went, just kind of keying on that number 23 for Pickett County. Pickett County from their own 17-yard line. They'll line it up at the hash mark on the left side for the Bobcats. Livingston going to move number 57 over here to this near side as they will go to a 5-man front, 2 linebackers.
We got the split going on here in the background here, Craig.
Shotgun for Pickett County. They'll take the snap, straight drop, pressure. It's going to be complete to the tight end coming back to help out, but Smith's going to be there to wrap up Jonah Johnson. Good pressure there by Livingston Academy's Jordan Geist, who was right in the grill of the Pickett County quarterback, Caden Miller. Johnson going to lose a yard on the catch as he had to go back to help his quarterback because that pressure was just all over him. And Smith able to make another tackle for loss for the Wildcats defense. Second and 11 for Pickett County.
Going back in the I formation.
They've got another fullback in there for the Bobcats. That's number 27, William Britt. That fullback, they'll hand to him straight up the middle. Not much working there. As gain up off the bottom of the pile is number 61 for Livingston Academy. That is Adam Richards.
Tackled by Richards. A gain of 1 yard. Third and 10.
The gain of a yard on the play and set up a 3rd down and 10 now for the Pickett County offense. So a down where Livingston can pressure right here.
We got Caden Thomas off on the side over here now instead of behind the quarterback. Looks like he's keeping the ball pretty well on the Pickett County side.
Miller from the shotgun takes the snap. He's got pressure, throws near side, going to be incomplete, and that'll stop the clock. Hoffman with the good pressure up the middle for Livingston Academy, able to get in there and force the early throw, and that was a dangerous pass as it kind of floated out in the flats. You float one that far, that's got pick 6 written all over it. Pickett County to punt the football away. Livingston should come out of this with excellent field position here in this first quarter. Bobcats to kick it away. Livingston, 8 men in the box. They're coming after this one here. Snap is good. Pressure gets the punt away. Another good punt. Bilbrey fields it at the 49. Daniel will be wrapped up on a good open field tackle there by Pickett County.
Here, Craig, on number 1 here, and number 12 got tangled up in the backfield.
Lyric Paris making a great tackle on that, but there is a penalty marker all the way back at the 17-yard line.
It's Zayden Flatt on the Pickett County side, and Caden Watzel here getting tied up.
Be a hold on Livingston, so that'll back them up 10 yards. Move it back the Livingston Academy side of the field where it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 41. So the Wildcats backed up after the penalty. 2:13 to play in the first quarter. Livingston leading 14-0. You're on Overton Events. If you enjoy our coverage on Overton Events, go to our YouTube page, subscribe to our YouTube page, go to our Facebook page, give us a follow and a like there on Facebook. Help us grow our channels. We'll back it up to the 39-yard line. They'll spot it down where it'll be 1st and 10 for Livingston Academy. Take the handoff. Coffee. Little bubble screen to Bilbrey, complete on the far side, and he's going to be wrapped up. There's got to be a penalty there on that one,
Looked
I would
like
think.
A horse collar all over that one.
It was.
No
With that head snapped back.
You had the referee standing right there on it. There wasn't a flag one.
He's going to gain 5 on the first catch of the night for Daniel Bilbrey. And it'll set up a 2nd and 5 now for Livingston.
Gain of 5. It's 2nd and 5.
They'll have it at their own 44-yard line. Coffee from the shotgun. Takes the snap. Coffee, a little screen in the middle. Complete to Jackson Bowles in for the first time. Ball comes out. It's fallen on by the center, Nathan Hargis. There to fall on it for Livingston Academy, avoiding a turnover there. It'll be a short gain on the play, a pickup of 4, but avoiding the turnover that time. And Livingston, that's the second time that they've had a chance to have it recovered, but couldn't do so. And it's 3rd down the long 1 now for Livingston from their own 48-yard line.
Pickett County bringing pressure here this time.
Blitz from the far side. Coffee has it knocked away. The ball is loose. Bowles going to fall on it for Livingston, and he'll lose yardage all the way back to the 40-yard line. That blitzer going right to the football on a good play. Just knocked the football out of the hands of Coffee, and Bowles able to fall on it and allow the punt team to punt it away. Loss of 8 on the play makes it 4th and 9 now for Livingston Academy, as they'll have to punt it, you would think, as the clock runs with 20 seconds. They don't have to snap the football, so it looks like they're going to let the time run out here before they punt it away.
At number 23 on the Pickett County side, slow to get up. The Caden Thomas, that's the one they've been throwing the ball to quite often and handing it off to. Looks like he's favoring his right ankle there a little.
That's the end of the first quarter. As after one quarter, it's Livingston Academy 14, Pickett County 0 here at Livingston Academy's Tom Davis Memorial Stadium. We'll take this break. I guess we'll keep it right here as for Livingston Academy in the first half. Let's see, 21, 32, 48, 40 yards of rushing offense for the Wildcats. $79 yards in the air for Livingston Academy, 119 total yards for the Wildcats in the first half of play. for Pickett County. 12 yards rushing in the first half, 3 passing to give them a total of 15 yards in the first half. Let's take a moment here to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. People's Bank and Trust Company, Milton Rains and Family, Farley & Sons Construction and Excavation, Farm Bureau Insurance, Highway 111 Deli, Livingston Dance Studio, Smith's Septic Service, Livingston Rental Center, Puckett's Family Dentistry, 1806 Barbecue, compliments of a Wildcat fan, The Muscle Factory, Exit Rocky Top Realty, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, E.B. Gray Jewelry and Gifts, Willow Grove Marina, Lucky Red Stables. We'll catch the rest right after this play as Coffee from the shotgun will take the snap. Brody steps up in the pocket. He's throwing deep to the near side to Hughes, and Hughes can't hold on to it. Jake has it goes.
Pass, Craig.
Yeah, he hit him in stride, but Hughes had it go through his hands, incomplete. Sponsored also on over the events by Wascon Incorporated, Maynard's Auto Sales, R&M Family Pharmacy, Farmers Insurance, Rick Savage, Overton County News, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Livingston Family Healthcare, Livingston Dairy Queen, Bullseye Security, Livingston Regional Hospital, First Church of Livingston, Gary Maxwell Insurance, Jerry's IGA, Highway Tire, and Puckett's Furniture.
Number 3 on the Pickett County side is Landon Crouch.
Landon Crouch, so they didn't see if he's on the roster even. Don't see him on there. So Landon Crouch is number 3, the punter. Pickett County's quarterback to run it. Miller to the 40, and going to be wrapped up at the 39. Short gain on the play there. As Livingston going for that play on 4th down a moment ago. Not converting, so Pickett County takes over on downs. Miller with the quarterback keeper will pick up a yard, and Pickett County has a player shaken up over on the far side. As the Livingston training staff going over there to check on the Bobcat player. Not sure who that is. Can't see the number of the player that is down.
Looks like it's right knee as well there that they're looking at.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, it's got it on his right knee. Yeah, you're right, Craig. We can't see the number from here.
Livingston Academy back at home next week to take on York in a non-region matchup. Seems like they should always be in the region with the York Dragons, but it's not a non-region matchup next week. Be Hall of Fame presentation 2023 next week as the latest inductees in the Livingston Academy Football Hall of Fame will be announced next week prior to that York matchup. Training staff still checking on that player from Pickett County.
Looks like he's starting to get up here now. He's walking off on his own. Looks like number 55, 56.
56.
Garrett Dickens.
As they'll see him walk off, and that's a big loss. He's one of their biggest linemen for Pickett County, so that will give Livingston even more of a size advantage up front with Dickens going out of the lineup. Second down and 9 for the Bobcats. From the Livingston 39-yard line. Wide receivers to each side for Caden Miller for Pickett County.
Oh, got a flag on the play already.
Whistle stop play. It'll be against Pickett County for a false start on the Bobcats, so that'll back them up. Or delay of the game. Delay of the game against Pickett County, so it'll back it up to the 44-yard line. Where it'll be 2nd and 14 now.
We got out of the I formation back to the split back. Oh, pass.
High pass. Miller able to tap it to himself, and he's going to go down. Sacked by Livingston as the Wildcats converge there. Number 61, That is Adam Richards, number 63, John Hill, just meeting at the quarterback there to tackle him for a huge loss all the way back to the 46-yard line from the 44 of Livingston. That will be a 10-yard loss for Caden Miller, as that's a Livingston Rental Center sack. Go to Livingston Rental Center on West Main Street for all your equipment rental needs. They are right next door to Robbins and Garrett for all your plumbing needs there. Just stop by Livingston Rental Center on West Main Street. They're open tomorrow morning until noon if you need any equipment rental on the weekends. 3rd down and 24 for Pickett County here from their 41-yard line. Miller under pressure. He throws. That's going to be picked off. Picked off by Trey Coleman on the turnover. First turnover of the night by Pickett County, as Coleman will get that one. That's a Livingston Rental Center turnover there, forcing the turnover on the interception, and the Wildcats will take over at the 46-yard line of Pickett County. You can go by Livingston Rental Center on West Main Street in Livingston. But it may be coming back. No, it is going to be a turnover as Livingston will get it at the 46-yard line. So the Wildcats force a turnover, and they'll take over inside Bobcat territory with Brody Coffey back out there from the pistol with Bowles behind him. Penalty markers down. Thrown deep in the backfield. I'm not sure what that is. Play clock's at 16. When was at 16 when he threw the flag. It'll be an illegal substitution against Pickett County. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 out there right now.
Penalty is illegal participation on Pickett County.
Yeah, they did have 12. They did have 12 out there. 5-yard penalty against the Bobcats. Going to move it down to the 41-yard line where it'll be 1st and 5 for Livingston Academy. But before Livingston runs the play, they'll take a timeout. Timeout called by the Bobcats with 10:09 to play in the first half, leading 14-0.
What's going on?
Craig, it looks like they've got number 51 dialed out here.
Hello, friends. I'm L.G. Puckett with Puckett's Pond. I'm a professional numismatist and a 60-year member of A&A. I'm a strong buyer and collector of coins, gold, silver, and precious metals. If
Quality
you want to
care.
buy, sell, trade, or pawn, then come on in and visit my money museum. It's in the back of Puckett's Furniture. I've got a free gift for the kids, and I'm ready to serve your precious metal needs. At Puckett's Pond, 1125 West Main Street in Livingston.
Come on down.
Coffee on 1st and 5 to set up 2nd and 5 now for Livingston Academy from the 41-yard line. Brown going wide to the right. Watson in a slot to the right. Coming wide to the left, Daniel Bilbrey. Jake Hughes in a slot to the left. Coffee going to bring Hughes in motion. They'll hand to him on the jet sweep. Jake has some room at the 40. Cuts it inside to the 35 and going to be wrapped up right there. Pickup of 7 on the play for Jake Hughes on that little jet sweep there by Livingston, and a Puckett's Furniture first down on the carry by the wide receiver. 2 carries, 28 yards for Jake Hughes in this first half. They move the football down to the 35-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10. Coffee takes the snap. Little bubble screen complete to Parrott. Parrott gets a good block at the 30, takes it inside the 30 down to the 25. He's going to be just a couple of yards shy. As they say, he stepped out of bounds at the 22. So a gain of 8 on the completion from Coffee to Carson Parrott.
A gain of 13 yards
2 catches now for Parrott for 22 yards. That's a Puckett's Furniture first down at the 22-yard line. I guess he was short of the first down. He did pick up the first down on that. So a Puckett's Furniture first down at the 22-yard line. Coffee moves Bowles to his left.
Showing pressure here from the
Coffee.
Bobcats.
Coffee to throw. That one almost intercepted. Receiver wasn't looking. Break right there for the Wildcats as it's thrown behind Carson Parrott. And if Wyatt Bernhard had another step, he's gone. He was
wide open, too.
He was right there as that one just off his hands. Couldn't get to it. But if he makes that catch, there's nobody there for Livingston to stop him. 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. Clock stopped with 9:16 to play in the first half. Brown going wide to the right. Parrott in a slot to the right. Bilbrey and Hughes to the left. Coffee takes the snap. Brody steps up, throwing in the end zone, trying to hit Bilbrey. That's overthrown and out of bounds. Led him too much on this near side as Bilbrey just kept fading to the sideline trying to make that play, but the pass just pulled him out of bounds, and the incompletion going to set up a 3rd and 10 for Livingston from the 22-yard line. Wildcats might be in a spot where they would attempt a field goal by Watson if they can't convert here on this 3rd and 10. Bowles coming to the left of Coffee. Handoff to Bowles, straight up the middle to the 15, to the 10, and inside the 10 at the 7-yard line goes Jackson Bowles. 15-yard burst right up the middle by Bowles to pick up a Puckett's Furniture first down there for the Wildcats. Puckett's Furniture on West Main Street for all your bedding and appliances and furniture needs. Also, they're inside the Smith Septic red zone for the second time tonight. Smith Septic Service, 265-3575. Call them before you have trouble with your septic system. 1st and goal, Livingston from the Pickett County 7-yard line. Coffee takes the snap. Hands off to Bowles. Bowles cuts it back at the 5. We'll take it inside the 5, down near the goal line. Let's see where they say he went down. He's all the way down to the 1-yard line on a 6-yard run by Jackson Bowles.
Looks like he just kept bouncing off and bouncing off and bouncing off to get up there to where he was at. Breaking those tackles. That was a hard hit coming up in there to get him down. Just shy of that touchdown, Craig.
2nd and goal for the Wildcats as they'll line it up on the hash mark on the right side. That power backfield with Goolsby in there as a fullback right behind the right guard. They move the right guard, number 59, Colin Weitzel, to the left guard. They'll hand it off to Bowles, and he'll score from a yard out. Jackson Bowles takes it in to score his first touchdown of the night. And that's an 1806 barbecue touchdown. Go by 1806 on the square in Livingston. For all your barbecue favorites, they've got sliced shoulder, pulled pork, barbecued chicken, all the sides to go with it. Desserts as well, salad bar as well. 1806 barbecue on the square in Livingston as the Wildcats go in front. 20-0 with Dylan Watson to try to make it 21-0 here in the first half. Snap high. Coffee gets it down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So a 7:50 to play in the first half. It's Livingston Academy 21, Pickett County 0. We'll be back to Livingston right after this.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Contact local agent Phil Marshall for your personal price plan today.
Automatically spotted at the 20-yard line.
Looks like you got a little bit of a change to the defense front there.
And Livingston gained some newer players in there. Is Pickett County going to go under center? They may have a new quarterback in there as the Wildcats jump. Will be offsides on Livingston Academy. That'll move it 5 yards and set up a 1st and 5 now for the Bobcats.
Penalty is encroachment.
Quarterback is still Caden Miller. Fullback John Griffin. Tailback Caden Thomas for Pickett County. 1st down and 5 for the Bobcats. Griffin off the left side. Short gain there as he's going to be brought down by Deacon Allred there for the Wildcats. Pickup of maybe a couple for John Griffin. And it'll set up a 2nd and 3 now for Pickett County.
2nd and 4.
Bobcats have it at their own 27. Miller under center will take the snap. Hands off to Thomas deep in the eye, and he's going to be spun down by Seth Smith again. As Smith going to bring him down after a gain of a yard.
Like another
spinning
flag
him down.
on the play there, Craig. Got holding on the offense, it looks like.
Yep, holding on the offense. We'll back him up 10 yards.
Penalty is holding.
Move them back behind the chains inside the 20.
You get that close to that 1st down and those mistakes, it costs you big time when you're that far behind, Craig.
Yeah, penalties hard to overcome when they put you behind the chains, especially when you're overmatched in size up front to begin with. As Pickett County from the shotgun once again with Miller. Snap off his hands. It's going inside the 5-yard line. That's a live football, and they're going to tackle him. Let's see. Right at the 5-yard line where it finally came to rest. Is Livingston going to sack him there? Livingston Rental Center sack for the Wildcats on that high snap. Livingston Rental Center for all your equipment rental needs on West Main Street in Livingston. They'll spot him down at the 6-yard line. Be a loss of 13. Well, it's a fumble recovery for the Wildcats. I didn't see who got it. Did you?
It looked like that Pickett County had it, but it looks like they're changing sides here.
Yeah, they're going to
That's
say
a field position right there.
Yeah, they're going to say a fumble recovery for the Wildcats. So automatically, with that recovery at the 6-yard line, they're in the Smith Septic red zone. Before trouble starts with your septic system, give Smith Septic a call at 265-3575. Smith Septic for all your septic needs. 1st and goal, Livingston Academy. They'll go to a power formation again from the 6-yard line. Coffee going to hand off to Weitzel. He'll carry off the right side, and he'll take it in to score. That big offensive guard, Colin Weitzel, from 6 yards out, will score the 1806 barbecue touchdown with 6:37 to play in the first half as Colin Weitzel gained the carry to score the 1806 touchdown. 1806 barbecue on the square in Livingston. Go by there for supper, dinner, lunch, snack in the afternoon as Livingston Academy goes ahead 27-0 here in this first half. Dylan Watson to attempt the extra point. It's on the way. It is good. And with 6:37 to play in the first half, it is Livingston Academy 28, Pickett County 0. Back to Livingston right after this. 0 as the Wildcats get the turnover. I still don't know who recovered that fumble. We'll try to find out at halftime to see if we can figure out who got the fumble recovery. Set him up point blank at the 6-yard line. We talked about Nathan Hargis gained a touchdown last week up in Kentucky. Now Colin Watzel, one of those offensive linemen, gained that carry. And like you talked about, it's a lineman's dream, isn't it, to get to carry the football?
It is.
1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. As kickoff from the 40-yard line. Watson to kick for the Wildcats. Pickett County there waiting inside the 5-yard line. A little shorter kick this time as they'll field it at the 12. Pickett County up the far side, and stepping out of bounds on the return is Lyric Paris on the return for the Bobcats. Let's see where they say he stepped out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Daniel Bilbrey there to force him out for Livingston Academy. That'll be a 1st and 10 Pickett County at their own 25.
They're right around the same spot. They've got a hard time whenever they're going to the shotgun here. They've had a couple of tosses right over the quarterback's head. Wonder if they're going to stay shotgun or if they're going to keep it under center here.
Livingston able to get some pressure on them as well to force them to hurry up in that backfield. Bobcats will move under center. Miller looking over 2 down linemen there as he'll take the snap. No, that's a new quarterback in there. He's in trouble. The ball is loose. Was it a forward pass? It looked like a forward pass, but they're going to say a fumble on the play. Recovered by Pickett County, as falling on it is Caden Thomas. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. Back to the 17-yard line, 8-yard loss on the play. Set up a 2nd and 18. New quarterback out there for Pickett County is Elijah Taylor, number 21 on that play. Now back in is Miller on this 2nd down and long. Miller under pressure. He'll throw on this near side. That's knocked down by Hughes. Oh, Hughes had a chance at a pick 6 there for the Wildcats. He'll break it up. But he'd love to have another chance at that one because he was 18 yards from pay dirt.
He had it. He's mad at himself right now. Ain't no telling what he's saying.
That's true. Livingston Academy with a chance to get a defensive score there, with a chance at a pick 6, but Jake just couldn't pull it in there for the Wildcats.
He's taking his gloves off.
3rd and 18 now for the Pickett County offense. We're halfway through this 2nd quarter. Livingston leading big over the Bobcats, 28-0 here in this matchup. Miller, blitz coming, got pressure. He throws on the far side, incomplete, underthrown. That's about all he could do that time, though, just trying to get out of the backfield to Thomas.
Incomplete.
And everybody coming up the middle. Seth Smith got the pressure right in his face, had to sidearm it out there, and it just falls incomplete. That's a dangerous throw there as well over on that far side. Punt team coming back in for Pickett County. That is Landon Crouch, the punt for the Bobcats. Bilbrey back at his 43 to return the punt. Rocco Carwile, late gain on the field for Livingston Academy. Snap is low. Punt is away. Short punt. It'll take a straight up bounce. And Bilbrey will try to get away from it. Almost touched it.
He didn't touch it.
They are returning this as Pickett County. Nobody's making any move here. Lyric Paris has picked it up and returned it 59 yards. The officials are just looking at each other.
There was no touch on there. They got out of the way and nobody touched that. They're calling it dead right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to blow the whistle to stop the play, though.
If they didn't blow it, you just go. I mean.
Yeah, you keep playing. If you're Paris, you keep playing. It's Livingston Academy's football at the Pickett County 41, but that's a smart move by Paris because
it ain't blow dead. No, it's still live play.
Exactly. First and 10, Livingston from the Bobcat 41-yard line. Wildcats starting another drive inside Pickett County territory. Livingston put up 41 last week, 28 here in the first half against Pickett County this week. Coffee will move Coleman over to his left. Handoff will go to Coleman. Coleman cuts it inside. He'll pick up about 4, maybe 5 on the carry as he takes it down to the 37-yard line, 36-yard line. On a 5-yard gain for Trey Coleman. And a 2nd and 5 now for Livingston Academy. Right in the middle of the field, they'll scrimmage. The 2nd and 5 for the Wildcats.
Going to man coverage over here in the defense.
Coffee, long count, takes the snap, hands off Coleman. Coleman straight up the middle to the 30, to the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the goal line. Trey Coleman, 37 yards with an 18:06 barbecue touchdown for the Wildcats as he takes it to the end zone to score for the Wildcats on the ground.
So they put pressure on the outside. Wildcats runs it up the middle, wasn't even touched. He just bounced around and right straight down to for a touchdown kick.
52 yards rushing in the first half for Trey Coleman, his first touchdown of the night, and Dylan Watson trying to extend the lead to 35 with his 5th extra point. This one's on the way. This one is good. And with 4:25 to play in the first half, it's Livingston Academy 35, Pickett County 0. We'll be back in just a moment.
This is another donation to the Livingston Academy football team by Jerry, IGA of Livingston.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The Best Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Coleman with the touchdown run for Livingston Academy. He is the 3rd player to score on the ground tonight for the Wildcats as he takes it in for Livingston. And the Wildcats take a 35-0 lead here with 4:25 to play in the first half. Watson, deep kick on the far side. Paris will field it across the 10 to the 15 to the 20, pushed out of bounds over on the far side by Livingston's
There's a flag on the play again,
Jordan Geist.
Looks like a late hit on the outside.
Yeah, I think he's a couple of steps out of bounds when the Wildcats hit him over there. So that'll add 15 to this. I don't think there's any malicious intent there. I think just the momentum of that defender carrying him into the ball carrier over on the far side. It'll be a 15-yard gain now, or 15 yards added onto that return.
It looks like it's going back on the Bobcats.
Oh. Long discussion over there.
It's number 23 comes off the field. Oh, that's on us. On them, they cancel each other out there.
Yeah, it's a personal foul on Livingston Academy for that late hit that we talked about, then unsportsmanlike conduct on Pickett County. So the penalties will offset, and it will be 1st and 10 Bobcats at their own 28-yard line, where they'll have it 1st and 10.
Penalties are.
Looks like they're moving on the yardage there. I thought they offset each other.
They did.
And an unsportsmanlike conduct on Pickett County.
Don't understand here why they're giving them 15 yards if they offset. They're kind of having that discussion saying, move back. What are you doing?
Like I said, they've had a rough night tonight. These guys in the stripes have.
think he missed that offsetting call. There they go. They'll start back where they're supposed to be.
It'll be first and 10 Pickett County at their own 28-yard line. Bobcats still with Caden Miller at the quarterback, and that wide receiver on the far side started too early.
Penalty is an illegal procedure.
False start on Pickett County will back them up 5 yards and set up a first and 15.
Make it first and 15. From the 23.
They move it back to the 23-yard line where it'll be first and 15.
And definitely you understand these penalties when you get pressured and stressed like that. You get a little mental status. You get jumping off sides and things like that. I know we've definitely had our share of that.
Miller
in the past.
hands it off inside, nowhere to go for the running back that time, is quickly in there to wrap up the ball carrier for Pickett County. That's number 19 on the carry. That is John Griffin, number 75. Back there, Matthew Slayton to wrap him up. No gain on the play for Griffin. Maybe a gain of a yard for the running back. Sets up a second and 14 now for Pickett County. Bobcats have already used 2 timeouts. They have 1 remaining here in the first half. Handoff will go to the tailback, and he's wrapped up immediately. No gain there on the carry for a new running back out there. That's number 4 on the carry. That is Wyatt Bernhard on the carry. As Livingston in there making the stop with Mark Ogletree there on the stop for the Wildcats. We're 79 in there. No gain on the play that time to set up a 3rd and 14 now for Pickett County.
It's interesting. They've got Caden Thomas on Pickett County coming back up. We'll watch him here on this 3rd down and long situation.
Miller takes the snap. Miller throws near side, pass complete to Paris. Paris going to be tackled well short of the first down as Jackson Bowles in there to wrap up Lyric Paris. Gain of about 4 on the reception for Paris on his first catch of the night. But it'll set up a 4th down, call it 11 for Pickett County, and they'll have to punt the football away with 2.5 to play in the first half. So Livingston gets the football here on this punt. They'll also get the football to start the second half for the Wildcats. Actually, they won't. Pickett County gets to start the second half. Bilbrey at midfield to await the punt. Good punt here by Crouch. Backs Bilbrey up to the 40. Daniel to the 45. Bounces outside and steps out of bounds at the 48-yard line. Penalty marker thrown from way upfield.
It was way out there. He almost hit the player 20 yards away.
Yeah. Got to be a personal foul here, you'd think, on Pickett County for some kind of a late hit out of bounds. As Bilbrey was already the momentum stopped. No, it's going to be a hold on Livingston.
I didn't even see a Livingston player over there.
Hold on the Wildcats, going to back them up 10 yards from that point. Will still be 1st and 10, but they'll be all the way back at the 38-yard line, will the Wildcats.
Penalty is holding during the return.
1st and 10 Livingston from their 38.
1st and 10 Wildcats from the 38.
Having a little bit of discussion out there between the stripes.
Yeah, they are. Brody Coffey back out there. This may be his last drive, especially if Livingston scores here for the Wildcats. New running back in there for Livingston. That's number 25 in the backfield, Dylan York for the Wildcats. But a timeout going to be called by Pickett County. They'll take it with 2:05 to play in the first half. Livingston leading by a score of 30.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Contact local agent Phil Marshall for your personal price plan today.
First and 10, Livingston from their own 38-yard line. Timeout called by Pickett County. Their last of the first half. Wildcats have it. Trying to add to a 35-0 lead. They'll fake the handoff to York. Coffee going to keep it. Coffee to midfield. Brody spins into Pickett County territory down to the 48-yard line. Going to be a gain of 15 on the play for Brody Coffee and a Puckett's Furniture first down. Moving it into...
We've got a number 22 down here on the field on the Pickett County side. That's Rodriguez.
And Pickett County with a player down. Puckett's Furniture first down. Puckett's Furniture on West Main Street. For all your furniture, appliances, and bedding needs, go by Puckett's Furniture on West Main Street and see them. As Livingston Academy picking up that first down. That's their 5th first down of the first half, but they put 35 points on the board of the Wildcats. 1:54 to play in the first half with Livingston leading 35-0. I'll tell you again, coming up tomorrow afternoon, we've got Overton County Outlaws football for you here on Overton Events. We'll have the Outlaws playing host to Fentress County tomorrow afternoon in live coverage. We'll have the Pee Wee game kicking off at 4. Junior game begins at 5:30. Senior game at 7 tomorrow night here at Livingston Academy's Tom Davis Memorial Stadium. Blue out tomorrow night as everyone has to wear blue to the Outlaws game tomorrow as they try to close out the regular season. It's like a cramp here now as they work on the Bobcat player.
This is what I've been running around doing.
He gets up.
Yeah, he's up. Number 22, as you said, that is Alejandro Rodriguez for Pickett County. So the Wildcats have it first and 10 at the Bobcat 48-yard line. 1:54 to play in the first half. Still all 3 timeouts remaining if they want to keep the gas pedal down right here on this drive. Brown to the right side. Hughes and Bilbrey to the left side. Referee starts the clock. Was a running play, so it should start here. 2 wide receivers over on the far side for Livingston. York to the left of Coffee. Coffee, play action. Coffee going to go deep down the near side trying to hit Hughes, but he's out of bounds. Jake just drifting out of bounds trying to make that catch, and the incompletion going to set up a 2nd and 10 for Livingston.
2nd and 10.
That's a beautiful pass. Right out of bounds, though.
Yeah, he got open. There was some room there to get it in. It just drifted a little bit on Brody that time and out of bounds. Clock stopped with 1:32 to play in the first half. Pistol here as York now will move up to the right of Coffee. Low snap. Brody able to reach down to his left and get to it. Has some pressure now. Will step up. Coffee throwing deep down the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Broken up downfield by Landon Crouch for Pickett County. Batted up into the air with a chance for a second player to come in and make an interception, but it falls incomplete and sets up a 3rd and 10 for Livingston Academy.
That was close there, Craig. It was almost. I mean, he had a chance right there to go after that ball and intercept it.
Coffee. Good job moving in the backfield to step up and find that open pocket to get the throw downfield, but a little underthrown, and Crouch able to get both hands on it, just couldn't pull it in, and the incompletion sets up a 3rd and 10 now for Livingston Academy.
They're overloading the far side over there.
Trips that way for the Wildcats. Tight end to the left side is Hoffman. Nobody covering him. He's wide open. There it is. Hoffman at the 40, to the 35, to the 25, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Gage Hoffman 48 yards. That tight end, they never picked him up. I saw him set up there. Nobody saw him but me, I don't guess. And Brody Coffey, and Coffey hit him for 48 yards for the 1806 Barbecue touchdown. A little hot pass to the tight end, and Hoffman takes it to the house to score the 1806 Barbecue touchdown. 1806 Barbecue on the square in Livingston.
He had one man to beat. He had to do a little shuffle, and that was all it took. He was gone.
48-yard reception for Gage will extend the lead to 41-0. Watson's extra point is on the way, and it is good. So with 1:12 to play in the first half, it's Livingston Academy 42, Pickett County 0. Back to Livingston right after this.
Watson's extra point attempt is good.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The Best Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Hoffman to go ahead 42-0 here late in the second quarter. Wildcats rolling up some big numbers. We talked about them putting up 41 last week up at Jenkins, Kentucky. They put up 42 here in the first half against Pickett County. Still 1:12 to play in the first half.
With 1:12 left to go, we're on our way to that 80 point, Craig, that you was talking about when we first started.
That's true. They could match that. Thing about it is, back then there was no continuous clock. We'll have a continuous clock in the second half as Watson the kick here for Livingston Academy. Fielded at the 3-yard line to the 10 and hit hard at the 20-yard line will be the return man as Drew Goolsby there to make that tackle on number 8. J.J. Stuber on the return for Pickett County. Goolsby with a big-time hit there. They're already running the continuous clock here in the first half with the 42-0 lead. So Pickett County.
The clock there at 50 seconds left.
Yeah, now they get it stopped as the Bobcats see Miller go under center. Takes the snap. Miller has pressure, rolls away from it. Miller to the near side. Good job stepping around the defender. That one's picked off, though. That's Braden Story at the 25, to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and a penalty marker down. Did he score?
He's away. He's around the 6-yard line there, but they got him with a horse collar right there.
Yeah, there's going to be a penalty there. That's a Livingston Rental Center interception by Braden Story. Livingston Rental Center on West Main Street in Livingston as Braden Story just able to field that one that was thrown up for grabs, and Braden will take it all the way down to the 10-yard line where they spot down. I saw that orange marker over there. I thought it was the pylon. It's that orange down marker over on the far side. So it's going to be a 1st and goal for Livingston inside the 5-yard line because I think they're going to tack some more yardage on here. No, it's going to be a block in the back on Livingston. The personal foul, horse collar against Pickett County. So again, they'll offset here, and Livingston will start at the 10-yard line in the Smith Septic red zone to start this drive. Second time tonight, they have started a drive in the Smith Septic red zone. For all your septic needs, call Smith Septic, 265-3575. Call them before you need any septic service.
Looks like they're not offsetting again over here.
They have to offset.
Okay.
If you've got a penalty on each side,
yeah,
they have to offset. Either way, it's 1st and 10 Livingston. They are back out of the red zone now at the 23-yard line. Coffey hands off York. York across the 20. Inside the 15, York across the 10 to the 5 to the goal line. touchdown, Dylan York. Oh, baby. Dylan takes it 22 yards to the house for the Wildcats for his first touchdown with 26 seconds to play. He'll score the 1806 barbecue touchdown, and Dylan York's a fun kid. Got to be fun just talking to him right now as those players. I'd love to hear what he's saying because he has a good time everything he does, and he scores the touchdown there to make it 48-0 with the extra point coming.
I broke 3 tackles there, Craig, to get through there. He didn't give up. He just kept pumping.
Watson puts through his 7th extra point of the first half to extend the lead to 49-0 here at halftime as Dylan York scores the touchdown. 26 seconds to play in the first half. We'll be back to Livingston Academy in just a moment.
Quality care close to home.
Hello, friends. Are you in the market for a new mattress or bedroom suit? Puckett's Furniture is your Tempur-Pedic and Sealy Posturepedic mattress dealer. Take advantage of Puckett's low price guarantee, plus up to 80% off of our Jameson solid latex mattress sets, putting thousands of dollars in your pocket. Queen mattresses starting at $599. Come check out our large inventory of solid wood bedroom suits before these ridiculously low prices are gone forever. Financing also available. Puckett's Furniture since 1954. Come on down.
New kicker out there for Livingston Academy is Sujal Patel to kick off for the Wildcats. Short kick here. That's a live football. Livingston hustling in there, but falling on it's going to be Lyric Paris for Pickett County, and you'd think the Bobcats right here will just take a knee and go to the locker room.
Yeah, that was a interesting kick there with the pudge kick right over the top.
Kick down at the 25-yard line.
Done a little sidestep right before he kicked it there.
First and 10, Pickett County at their own 25-yard line. 24 seconds to play in the first half. Again, I wouldn't think they would try anything as they've got a couple of turnovers deep. They've really gotten this separation here.
It looked like they're fixing to run a play.
Pickett County to the line of scrimmage. Miller still out there in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. That's off his knee. That's a live football. Miller picks it up. He's in trouble. He's sacked. That is Deacon Allred back there for the Livingston Rental Center sack, as Allred will tackle him for a loss of 5 on the play. Livingston Rental Center on West Main Street in Livingston. Go by there for all your rental needs. They're going to try to run another play as they'll get the snap away. Pass near side, going to be complete, and the tackle made quickly there by Trey Coleman as that will end the first half at halftime. It's Livingston Academy 49, Pickett County 0. We'll have the second half coming up in just a little bit.
Hello, friends. Josh Ford with Puckett's Furniture since 1954. As you know, Puckett's has been in continuous operation for over 68 years, selling high-end quality brands to thousands of families throughout Middle Tennessee. Did you know we have a low price guarantee? If within 30 days of your purchase, you find the same item advertised for less under like terms and conditions, Puckett's will refund you the difference plus 10% of the difference. That is our commitment to you. Puckett's Furniture since 1954. Come on down. Hello, friends. Are you in the market for a new mattress or bedroom suit? Puckett's Furniture is your Tempur-Pedic and Sealy Posturepedic mattress dealer. Take advantage of Puckett's low price guarantee, plus up to 80% off of our Jameson solid latex mattress sets, putting thousands of dollars in your pocket. Queen mattresses starting at $599. Come check out our large inventory of solid wood bedroom suits before these ridiculously low prices are gone forever. Financing also available. Puckett's Furniture since 1954. Come on down.
Hello, friends. I'm L.G. Puckett with Puckett's Pond. I'm a professional numismatist and a 60-year member of A&A. I'm a strong buyer and collector of coins, gold, silver, and precious metals. If you want to buy, sell, trade, or pawn, then come on in and visit my money museum. It's in the back of Puckett's Furniture. I've got a free gift for the kids, and I'm ready to serve your precious metal needs. At Puckett's Pond, 1125 West Main Street in Livingston.
Come on down.
Cheer team will be performing a routine tonight. They attended UCA campus summer.
I like to see it because it says 2.2. I can prove it to you, actually. It says 2.2. I can show you. There's our dashboard. So our new likes, not follows, is 147. Just our likes is 145 for just the page. And now we're liking our Facebook page. Exactly. Now let me show you what our number one page is. This is all of our top rated things for the last 30 days. For these games to be good. For these games to be good. So far, I've had nothing but Jerry Graham.
Cats with a big lead, 49-0 over Pickett County, as Livingston Academy with 49 points in the first half. First time in a long time they've had 49 points. We'll have to look that up through the past few years to see how long it's been since they've scored that in a half. Great balance in the first half offensively for Livingston Academy. 131 yards on the ground, 127 in the air for the Wildcats, as they saw 3 different players score touchdowns on the ground in the first half. Trey Coleman with a touchdown run, Jackson Bowles with a touchdown run. Also, Colin Watzel with a touchdown run, one of the offensive linemen for Livingston Academy. Throwing the football, Brody Coffey has completed 2 touchdowns in the first half, and the Wildcats just dominating on both sides of the ball. They've held Pickett County to only 22 yards of offense in the first half, so just a complete game so far in this contest for Livingston Academy. That's what they wanted on this homecoming, Stephen Barlow, is just to come out and be able to get in front of a big crowd here and kind of follow up that win up in Jenkins, Kentucky that not a lot of people were able to go see with a win here at home, and that's what they're doing right now.
2 big wins back-to-back, Craig. It says a lot about your program when you're trying to rebuild like this.
Means a lot to just get those wins, as Livingston Academy going to try a 3rd kicker here, as they tried Patel the last time. Of course, Dylan Watson is the man with the job. You know, there's no doubt about that. But here's number 17, Tripp Sadler, to kick for the Wildcats.
Of course, Tripp's kicked before in his program. In junior Wildcats, he was the kicker. He steps in a second as kicker here at Livingston Academy.
Pickett County will drop a couple of return men deep, as they've got back there Caden Thomas along with Lyric Paris for the Bobcats. Sadler, left-footed, boots this one through the hands of Thomas. That's a live football. It rolls over here near the sideline, and Paris going to fall on it at the 10-yard line, where Pickett County will have it 1st and 10 like we talked about. Continuous clock now here in this second half, so the only time it will stop will be during timeouts or after scores. So Pickett County will have it 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line to start this drive. Wildcats got a lot of different defensive players out there right now, as they're getting everyone off the bench here in this second half. Quarterback Miller still out there. Will take the snap. Miller has pressure, throws far side, going to be caught. Little bubble screen over on that far side. Thomas trying to get away. Can't shake free of the defense over Livingston Academy. Is over there making the stop for the Wildcats is Deacon. No, that's 82, not 32 on the tackle for Livingston. That is Kason Lawrence making the stop on Caden Thomas. He'll pick up a couple on the reception.
It was about 20 yards of running for about 2-yard gain right there. He kept bobbling backwards and forth there.
Yeah, Livingston Academy's defense just continues to be very aggressive here. They'll go straight eye here. Will Pickett County, the deep toss to a new running back, and he's in trouble. And he just keeps going backwards inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line. Goes the ball carrier from Pickett County. On the tackle for loss is Landon Shaw, tackling the new running back for the Bobcats. That is Ty Riddle, and Shaw takes him all the way back. They'll say his forward progress was actually stopped at about the 4-yard line. At the 3-yard line. So 3rd down and 18 after the loss of 9 for Pickett County.
We'll see here, Craig, if they get underneath the center here instead of going, well, it looks like they're going shotgun with her.
Livingston's done a little bit of everything. Could be a safety in their future right here. Snap will go to Pickett County. They'll throw from the end zone. It's incomplete. Just had to get rid of it as he was being blitzed from the far side by Livingston Academy's number 23. That is Evan Gentry getting the pressure on Caden Miller. Miller just able to get it out of the end zone, and it falls incomplete.
It's almost a slow motion pass as he was going down there, Craig.
Pickett County to punt the football away as Landon Crouch will come in to punt. Livingston going to come out of this with great field position as Caden Watzel deep to receive the punt. Short punt here. Watzel going to his left. Can't get to it. He'll field it on a hop at the 38. breaks the tackle at the 35 to the 30. Weitzel still on his feet to the 25 and pushed out of bounds at the 23-yard line.
A flag on the play. Looks like he got grabbed around the helmet to bring down.
Penalty over there going to be thrown on the Bobcats, so
Face mask.
it will move them. Let's see, from there it'll be half the distance to the goal from the 24-yard line. We'll move them into the Smith Septic red zone. Smith Septic, for all your septic needs, call them before you have a problem. Smith Septic, 265-3575, as it will move the football down to the 19-yard line. If that's a personal foul, it has to be longer than that.
Well, that's where the penalty was there, Craig. I don't understand why they're not moving the ball.
I'm not sure either.
They've not given the yardage for the penalty.
No. New quarterback out there for Livingston. You can't figure them out, Stephen. Don't try. Caden Weitzel from the shotgun. He'll hand off to a new running back off the left side. He'll take it inside the 15. We'll go number 35. That is on the carry. Mason Anderson for the Wildcats. Picking up a good gain. He'll gain about 4 and set up a 2nd and 6 now for Livingston Academy.
Yeah, I was a little lost at words there, Craig.
Yes, sometimes you just got to go on.
Yeah, got to move past that, I guess.
Yeah, that's
happened twice tonight, hasn't it?
It has. It has. And I've done this a long time. When I figure out that you can't figure it out once, don't try again. It's just best to play the game. 2nd and 5 is, as I tell some people that have started, I've got 3 C's. One of them is don't complain, because you can't change the officials. So 2nd and 5 from the pistol for Caden Weitzel. He'll move Anderson to his right. Penalties will stop play, delay of the game that time. We'll back Livingston up 5 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 10. The thing about getting all these young players in there, it's going to take some time to get the plays in and get everybody set.
Gives a chance for some of the younger to see some action here.
Anderson to the right. Trip receivers to this right side. Weitzel on a called quarterback keeper. Weitzel tries to bounce it outside. Oh, that's a good tackle right there by Crouch for Pickett County. That's picture perfect right there by Landon Crouch, just right at the ankles to wrap him up after a 3-yard gain. So it's 3rd down. I'll say a 2-yard gain officially, so it's 3rd and 8 now for Livingston Academy from the 17-yard line. Weitzel moving one of his wide receivers over to the left. Now they'll overload that side. Carwile wide to the left. And the slot to the left is number 88, Wyatt Manthe. And the 3rd receiver on the inside, we'll set it in just a moment as this one goes to Story on this near side. Knocked away, though, by Crouch for Pickett County. Incomplete to set up a 4th down and 8 now for Livingston Academy. The other wide receiver over there is Marius Birdsong for Livingston. Wide receivers to each side now for the Wildcats. Weitzel going to hand it inside to Anderson. Anderson breaks one tackle but can't pick up the 1st down, and Pickett County is going to take over on downs. So the Bobcats get a stop, but we're already down to 5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter with this continuous clock going. It will be a pretty quick second half here in this one.
Well, you look away from that clock, Craig, it just looks like it's just, like you said, continuous going. Well, this second half won't be too long here.
25 minutes. 2 12-minute quarters and a minute break. Pickett County with their 2nd possession of the second half. Let's see if they can do something with this young Livingston Academy defense that's out there right now. Bobcats may have too many people on the field as they're getting some subs out there here. Official giving them a little leeway with this continuous clock as they had 12 men in the huddle. Not going to call the penalty there. I formation for the Bobcats. They'll hand it off to the fullback Griffin. He is going to take it forward for a pretty good gain as the carry made by Pickett County's John Griffin. Tackle made by Livingston Academy's Evan Gentry there to make the stop. 7-yard gain for Griffin to set up a 2nd down and 3 now for Pickett County. 2nd and 3 for the Bobcats. We're already down to 3:40 to play in the 3rd quarter. Livingston leading by a score of 49-0 here in this matchup. Griffin takes the snap. He'll pitch it back to a new running back there. Can't turn the corner as Gentry's there to wrap up the ball carrier, number 14. We don't have a 14 on the roster either.
It's like a loss of yardage there, Craig. That was a good tackle.
Yeah, Evan Gentry tackling him for a loss there.
About a 1-yard loss.
For the Wildcats. Evan, a junior defensive back, but again, no 14 on the roster, so it's a 3rd down and call it 4 for the Bobcats. Possession down here for this Livingston defense, trying to force another punt from deep in the Pickett County end. Blue Hawkeye painted in the end zones for the first time this season. The numbers painted with the blue inside the white outline. The LA looking good as well on this homecoming night. Miller takes the snap. Slant pattern, going to be incomplete. Thomas was open, but it was thrown at his knees and falls incomplete and sets up a 4th down.
Had a chance there, Craig, if he would just hold on to it to get that 1st down, much needed for Pickett County in this.
Yeah, he'd gotten open there, and a little slant pattern, a little quick post to the inside. They just couldn't make the connection. They're going to keep the offense out there, it looks like, on 4th and 4.
It's a bold move on an 18-yard line.
Yeah, that's deep in their own end. If you give it back here, like we said, the way the time's running, they're not going to have too many more possessions here in this 2nd half. Again, they've got too many people on the field. They'll hustle people off, hustle people back on. Fumble on the snap. They're going to hand it off to Griffin. Griffin will bounce it outside, and he'll pick up the 1st down. Griffin
still going.
Pushed out of bounds up near the 35-yard line as the Wildcats over there to make the stop. Penalty marker thrown, though, over on the far side. It'll be a sideline warning on Pickett County. So it will move the chains.
It's a bold move by Pickett County to keep the ball on their own 18 on 4th down, but, you know, they got a lot of gains.
49-0 though, so not going to have maybe 2, maybe 3 possessions at the very most left in this 2nd half. So just trying to make something happen for this young offense is Pickett County.
Down under 1 minute to go here in the 3rd quarter.
They'll send trips to the left side, will the Bobcats. Griffin has pressure. Little bubble screen complete over on the near side. And making the catch is number 1, Zandon Flatt. He's going to be wrapped up by number 80. That's Evan Huddleston there on the tackle.
Another flag
for
on the play.
Livingston Academy. Yep, another penalty marker down at the 38.
Saw that face mask on the Livingston Academy.
Face mask on the Wildcats. Going to tack 15 yards onto this, but that may be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Clock runs with 23 seconds to play in the 3rd as they'll move the chains, and I don't think Pickett County's going to rush up to the line of scrimmage.
They only gave them 5 yards.
Oh, so just a common face mask call, so the 5-yard penalty will make it 1st and 2. And there's movement.
Offside.
Now they will see the 3rd quarter clock run out as after 3. It's Livingston Academy 49, Pickett County 0. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. Puckett's Furniture, Highway Tire, Jerry's IGA, Gary Maxwell Insurance, First Church of Livingston, Livingston Regional Hospital, Bullseye Security, Livingston Dairy Queen, Livingston Family Healthcare, Physical Medicine Center of the Cumberlands, Overton County News, Farmers Insurance Rick Savage, R&M Family Pharmacy as they're right back to the line of scrimmage, Maynard's Auto Sales as they'll run the play to the far side. That's Thomas taking it to the 40 down to the 35. Wascon Incorporated, Lucky Red Stables, Willow Grove Marina, E.B. Gray Jewelry and Gifts, Walnut Grove Church of Christ, Exit Rocky Top Realty, The Muscle Factory, Milton Rains and Family, People's Bank and Trust, Farley and Sons Construction and Excavation, Farm Bureau Insurance, Highway 111 Deli, Livingston Dance Studio, Smith's Septic Service, Livingston Rental Center, Puckett's Family Dentistry, 1806 Barbecue, and compliments of a Wildcat fan. So we had an untimed play there that I don't think anybody realized was happening, as the penalty was called at the end of the third quarter, so an untimed down there for Pickett County. And they were unable to do much with it. Now we'll move to the fourth quarter, where it will be a 1st and 10 Bobcats from the Livingston 33-yard line.
I remember what you said. I was about to question what they were doing there, Craig, but like you said, don't question, just move on. I was like, at the fourth quarter, they're not supposed to change directions in the field.
It's better just not to get stressed over it, you know. So Pickett County 1st and 10 at the Livingston 34-yard line. The Bobcats into Wildcat territory, their deepest drive of the night so far, as they'll break the huddle with Caden Miller. Miller will pitch to Thomas. Thomas tries to bounce it outside. Stiff arm to get around one defender. Tries it again, but can't shake free of the second defender over there. That's number 29 over there making the tackle for the Wildcats. That is Marius Birdsong on the stop for Livingston. Pretty good stiff arm, though, that time by Caden Thomas to get rid of the first defender, but can't shake free of that pursuit by Livingston Academy.
Gave him 5 extra yards there, Craig, with that little stiff arm he had.
2nd and 6 for the Bobcats.
Like a little shuffle, a little confusion on the Wildcat side.
Miller hands to the fullback. He's in trouble, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. Back there making the tackle for Livingston Academy, number 15, that is Elijah Robinson, and number 22, Ethan Westmoreland. They're tackling John Griffin for a loss of a yard on the play, and it's 3rd down and 7 now for Pickett County. 3rd and 7 for the Bobcats. Livingston leading 49-0. They're going to win their 2nd consecutive ball game here in 2023. They're going to go to 2-3 overall, or the Wildcats, with their arch rival, the York Dragons, coming up a week from tonight. Join us for that one right here from Tom Davis Memorial Stadium. Miller throws underneath. Oh, that defensive back made a break on it, as trying to get there was number 31, Bryson Cox, for Livingston Academy, but it was thrown too low for Cox or the receiver to get to, so the incompletion is going to set up a 4th and 7 now for Pickett County.
Craig, on these home games, all the home games this year, we've only got 3 away games, so I know the home crowd's kind of proud of that, to be able to be here that many home games this year.
Yeah, and then it turns around and have 5 home games next year if the schedule stays the same. Pitch will go to Thomas. Thomas tries to get to the edge, but there to chase him down is going to be number 15. That is Elijah Robinson.
Flag on the play. Looks like maybe where he got the jersey up around the shoulder pad area.
That's a personal foul, horse collar on Livingston. So that'll give Pickett County the 1st down, and we'll move the chains down inside the 20-yard line.
It looked like he got the jersey on top of the shoulder pads and pulled him backwards. It didn't look like he had the shoulder pads itself, but
see where they spot him down.
They got those cones up there, and it throws you off, don't it?
It does a little bit.
Down in the red zone they are. It looks like on the 16-yard line maybe.
15. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line for Miller. As he'll take the snap, he'll hand off to the fullback, and he's hit immediately, but spins forward, picks up a couple, maybe 3 on the play before the tackle's made by Livingston Academy's Noah Jones and Brody Walker there for the Wildcats. Gain of a couple for Pickett County. Sets up a 2nd and 8 now for the Bobcats.
That Noah Jones at number 69, he's a freshman this year. He's got pretty good size out there. Looks like this defensive line they got up, they do have big size out there for the upcoming season. So.
Miller takes the snap. He'll pitch it back to a different running back, and he's going to be tackled for a loss. That's good pursuit right there by the Wildcats. As in there to make the stop is number 13 there. That's Robert Keenan tackling Wyatt Bernhard for a loss on the play. It'll be all the way back to the 18-yard line where it'll be 3rd down and long now for Pickett County. And he just checked in. Did Keenan comes in, makes a big tackle for a loss.
But that loss there is going to back him up.
8 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. Livingston leading 49-0. Happy to have you with us for our events. If you're watching us on the computer, subscribe to our YouTube page. If you're watching on Facebook, give us a follow on our Facebook page. Miller, slant pattern, intercepted, picked off by Livingston. There's a big-time face mask there. As they just whipped the head around of the Livingston defender that got the interception. Who was that? That is number 29. The interception there for Livingston Academy. That's Marius Birdsong with the Livingston Medical Center interception for the Wildcats. Go by Livingston Medical Center, go West Main Street in Livingston. For all your equipment rental needs, stop by and see them there on West Main Street in Livingston.
Tonight's press box sponsor has been the Overton County Democratic Party, providing food and beverages for all the hard-working folks up here in the press box.
Tackle there on the face mask. Shaking up. Livingston will take over 1st and 10 after the interception there by Birdsong. Need a quarterback out there right now. Caden Watson coming back in. Shotgun there on the left side. Snap goes through his leg. Watson just going to pick it up now, try to make something out of a busted play, and he's going to get back to the 13-yard line. And a break right there for Livingston. A good hustle by Caden Watson. Gets his head about him, was smart enough to pick it up and get positive yardage out of it.
Watson tackled in the backfield by Miller. Sports medicine coverage tonight provided by Livingston Academy Athletic Trainer Chad Crane. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sports medicine partner with Livingston Academy.
Yeah, not bad. We're halfway through the fourth quarter. The Livingston leading 49-0 over Pickett County. That timeout will be called by Livingston. We'll take it with them. Wildcats 49, Pickett County 0.
Full ball service timeout, Livingston Academy.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
Protecting the newest Overton County residents. Livingston Regional, named one of the state's best award winners for its work at reducing infant mortality. The BEST Award focuses on the importance of breastfeeding, early elective delivery reduction, and safe sleep for Tennessee babies.
Quality care close to home. Livingston Regional Hospital.
And 22 for the Wildcats offense from their own 13-yard line. Weitzel going to send a man in motion. There's a false start by Livingston Academy. They let him reset. Now they'll bring him in motion from left to right. Blitz coming. Weitzel trying to run against it. He'll get across to the 15, up to the 18, maybe the 19-yard line. As penalty markers thrown on the play.
Helmet came off.
Watson carries. Tackled by Riddle. Penalty marker on the play.
Well, it's going to be a personal foul against Pickett County.
We looked up and the helmet's off, the mouthpiece is out.
Yeah, that's one of those things you never want to see. You never want it to go bad, and cooler heads prevail there. It's going to be a personal foul penalty on Pickett County. That will carry with it an automatic Puckett's Furniture first down. Puckett's Furniture on West Main Street. For all your furniture, appliance, and bedding needs, go by Puckett's Furniture on West Main Street. That first down up to the 33-yard line. Clock continuing to run with 4.5 to play here in the fourth quarter. As Watzel will move the running back over to his right. That's Brody Miller here in the backfield for the Wildcats. The handoff will go to Miller. Miller tries to bounce it outside but can't get free as they're going to tackle him for a loss on the play.
A little confusion on the backfield back there.
Yeah,
Ran into each other.
They don't get as many reps as the first team O does, so expect a little bit sometimes that way. Penalty's going to be a false start against Livingston Academy. That'll back them up 5 yards. Back inside the 30. We'll put them back at the 28-yard line where it'll be 1st and 15 for the Wildcats. Wildcats send 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side for Livingston Academy. Watzel, new running back out there for the Wildcats, as Watzel going to keep it. Watzel to the 30, slips a little bit to the 35, to the 40. Watzel to the 45, up to the 47-yard line. Caden Watzel will take it all the way to the 20, to the 49, and pick up a Puckett's Furniture first down. Puckett's Furniture on West Main Street in Livingston. Go by and see them. For all your home decor, 1st and 10 Livingston at their own 49-yard line as we're under 3 minutes now to play in the fourth quarter. Livingston started the game with a turnover on the opening kickoff, and then they have dominated since then. They got a stop on 4th down to get the football back and haven't looked back since then as they lead 49-0. Pickett County trying to sub late. Watzel going to run it. He's got blockers. Watzel into Pickett County territory to the 45, to the 40, and wrapped up at the 35-yard line. Another Puckett's Furniture first down on a 17-yard run for Caden Watzel, and penalty markers thrown.
Two penalty markers here as they keep going.
2 penalty markers at different times. I don't think they can step off 2 penalty markers against one team, but we'll wait and see. It's going to offset. It's a dead ball foul, so it will offset. It will still be a first down as they'll move the football down to the 35-yard line.
Offsetting personal foul penalties. Be 1st and 10, Livingston.
So Livingston has it 1st and 10 at the Pickett County 35. Watzel looking good on a couple of runs for the Wildcats from the quarterback spot. Another new running back in there for Livingston. It's Anderson back in. They'll hand to him as he'll take it off the right side for a short gain. Pickup of 3, maybe 4 on the carry for Mason Anderson for the Wildcats. And it'll be a 2nd and 6 now for Livingston Academy.
Anderson.
Mike could run this timeout as they have not started the play clock yet. They will now. I think the officials may have looked at that a little bit and said, where do we need to go before we start the play clock if they want to run this one out in a couple of plays? And Livingston's in that spot if they want to here.
Going with 2 tight ends here on the front line.
2nd and 6 for the Wildcats. Watzel right to the near side. Looks for a block. Gets one to the 25. Inside the 20 and pushed out of bounds at the 17-yard line as they enter the Smith Septic red zone. Smith Septic, for all your septic needs, call them at 265-3575. Call them before trouble starts to take care of all your septic needs.
I like Craig how he set his blocker there on where he needed to go.
You got to read that and go behind it, and that's exactly what he did. Livingston not in any hurry now as they may be content to just run this out. They might give Watzel another carry to see if he can punch one in here from 18 yards out. Oh, they'll hand it to a new running back. He's got an open field on the far side, and he's going to be brought down at the 11-yard line. That's number 15, Elijah Robinson, on the carry. That'll be the last play of the game as Livingston Academy will get their second win in a row, their first win at home since 2020 for the Wildcats as they win it by a final score of 49-0 over Pickett County. That's going to wrap it up from here. Thank you to our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. For Stephen Barlow, this is Craig Cantrell saying good night from Livingston Academy.
Quality care close.